Well, thanks for staying with us. We are still on Switch On Network. We love bringing you the talking points that you love to talk about. So we're going to be talking about all things in relation to the two giants within the country. But before we get into that, let's talk about the MTN 8 quarterfinals. The fixtures are out, Morgan. I'm once again with my guys. It's Morgan, it's Nadim. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Remember, I nearly forgot, but I can't continue without urging you to make sure you follow us, like, comment, subscribe, do the things that need to be done, that make the pot to be done. Make sure. Do the things, people. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on all social media platforms. Click that bell, subscribe. So let's talk MTN 8 fixtures. Nadim. Let me talk to Morgan first. Morgan, MTN 8 fixtures out. Orlando Pirates, Polokwane City at Orlando Stadium, Skukune United, TS Galaxy. You said that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. I think if you look at the head-to-head, it's either TS Galaxy has one over Skukune or they're on par. And it's always been an interesting one when we were there, with myself and Brakis. It was always the one that the office actually literally says we do not want to lose.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there was emphasis on that match.
Yes, there was a lot of emphasis, and I think it's gonna be the same way.
Hamdinger. Okay.
Yeah.
We look forward to that. There's also Stellenbosch and AmaZulu on those two games. Pirates Polokwane on the 2nd of August, Skukune Galaxy on the 2nd as well. On Sunday the 3rd, Stellenbosch versus AmaZulu, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Richards Bay.
Yeah. It's almost like you can predict the semi-final. You already know that Pirates will be there. Then Stellenbosch will be in the semi-final.
Ganjan, Nadim, Ganjan.
So the top four, you think the top four, Morgan speaks about the Skukune Galaxy, which should be a tight one. So you feel Skukune already, they should have the upper hand there?
Yeah, I mean, they can't lose to just Galas are selling everyone that is available. Immediately, Team Suarez sees you are still here, he's selling. So he's releasing players. So you can't think they can beat a team like Skukune that is well organized, reinforcing.
And you're happy with the business they've done over the off-season?
Skukune have been impressive.
Yeah.
I like the mixture of bringing Bradley Hopper, Miguel team, those kind of experienced players. They will only improve the team because they're coming from high pressure environment at Orlando Pirates, Supersport United. Yeah. This one won a lot of talk, scored a lot of goals. So you just feel they've made some good signings. Skukune. Also, those players that were there, their squad was not bad. This is a team that was in the top four.
So they've improved their squad.
Yeah, they've improved it. I think the guy, Eric Tinkler, also one of the best coaches in the league. Very smart guy. Especially he works well if the management is not interfering. He likes his freedom. If it's Skukune, they can just give him a chance to coach the team alone without any suggestions. I think we'll see the best out of Skukune.
He says top four from last season should be the semi-finalists, Morgan. Do you agree?
Ganjan, Nadim.
Is it a foregone conclusion?
No. It's not going to be. He's going to actually... You're going to be surprised with the ones that are going to make it through because it's not... This but competition Morgan, brings with
twist. It's hard to argue that.
But it's not saying names. Just tell us who surprised us.
Do you see Richards Bay surprising Sundowns?
It's impossible.
Why not?
It's impossible.
It's possible.
Yes, it's very much possible.
No,
the ball is around you. You are that
I am that old school where we play on the field. Papers and you can talk.
Give us the team that will surprise us. So that, because obvious, this one will be recorded. It's live, right? Look at your camera and then tell us the team that will surprise us.
I'm going to take you through the list, Morgan. Polokwane Pirates. Pirates Polokwane, I should say, because Pirates is home.
Yeah, no. That one is going to be a given. It's Pirates.
It's Pirates, okay.
Yeah. And the Polokwane City is a Pirates guy. He lives the kind of... he was a huge fan of Jose Rivero, so he's been having so much respect for Pirates. So.
Who?
The Polokwane
coach?
City. Yeah, the coach. Always been speaking highly, said it's more difficult.
But that doesn't mean that's going to inspire him to beat them, not to just roll over or just lay down and...
Besides, they just sold their best player to Pirates, so you know what's going to happen.
Okay,
we can try to complicate things, but we know what's going to happen.
Okay, next one, Skukune Galaxy.
Galaxy definitely have nothing to lose. Skukune has signed cream of the crop. How are you going to get the cream of the crop to work on the day? And
That's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
So you don't agree with it's not a foregone
Yes,
It's going to be competitive.
It's
Okay.
going to be very competitive.
Then let's go Stellenbosch, Amazulu.
Amazulu is definitely going to another upset.
You see an upset?
Yeah, I see another upset. The way they've signed, the players that they've signed, they reinforced their defense by getting Keegan Allen, which I'm very excited for him to go to a step higher.
Okay.
Leaving Richards Bay. So yeah, I think Arthur's cooking. He's cooking with some serious ingredients there.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. These matches take place.
Stellenbosch, Amazulu. Remember, just all I can say that the first leg last season, Stellenbosch beat Amazulu 5-0.
The first leg. What do you mean?
The first leg in the league.
In the league, yeah.
Yeah. They beat Amazulu 5-0.
No, but that was after they came.
Who was the coach?
After they came and they got a 5-0 most when they went to. Do you remember that?
That
Yeah, Amazulu were on the rebound team. After they got hammered 5 in Africa, Amazulu got the rebound 5.
yeah, they got 5-0. So to say Amazulu suddenly now beat the same team,
Don't think
it's almost impossible.
It's a new season.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Okay.
No, it's not gonna.
Let's leave it-
They've released a lot of players, Amazulu. I don't know why, but they've not even signed well. Like here, they didn't sign well. They've just been releasing key players, but they had to replace them. Maybe they're still gonna make signings.
The window's
it's
still open.
still open, or maybe they're signing. They are not. They had to announce the players because it's not like we go to training and see who are the players who are there. But
We've heard about a certain Liam Byrne from a Cape Town Spurs. I think it's public knowledge. He's been training
I
with
just
the
think
team
Amazulu, Stellenbosch is a better team than Amazulu overall.
right now. Okay. 2nd and 3rd of August, those questions will be answered. There's obviously a name that's not a part of the top 8, so we have to speak about that. Obviously, major disappointment for Kaizer Chiefs fans that they won't be playing in the top 8. And as you've said in
Don't cry,
as
okay? You already knew that.
Morgan, as you said previously, there's no way Chiefs should not be in the top 8 in the league. But we've seen them preseason now. We've seen their participation out in the friendlies they've played out in Europe, in the Netherlands. At 1-0, their first result, positive result, I should say. Are we headed in the right direction? Are you happy with what you've seen thus far? And is Coach Nabi, is he cooking? Because that was the whole thing last year.
Look, it's preseason, and you know very well preseason is there to break down, to start the new tactics, to build the partnerships, and just to see how long you can last in the season. And obviously, with the players that are injured, not being there, you don't really look at the results. They mustn't be fooled by the results that they've gotten. Yes, they've lost a lot and they won one. It's not a measure of how they're going to fare because they still need to come back and play the league games. Preparations is good. It looks good this far because it started a bit of a wobbly one, but slowly but surely you can see that they're heading to where, as they're saying, Nabi wants to cook. And hopefully this time around it comes with a tasty meal.
Nadim, they won yesterday, so a positive result. I mean, I watched the game. There were some really good moments in that game, and you can kind of see what they're trying to do and what they are building towards. Are you convinced? Have they turned the corner for you?
I like the fact that they won a friendly match because they've been losing like first 3 matches. Now, when you win, I will think that it gives that positive element within the group that we can actually score against a European side. Be a friendly, be that there was a 15-year-old in that team. It was a much-changed team. If you look, the same team that plays against Dundee from Scotland, their previous results. Then, but the fact is, also I will say the same thing about Kaizer Chiefs, that some of the players were from the DTC, players who have not played professionally. So it's a good thing that they won. I think it might also give that positive energy of winning feelings. That's something that not been at Kaizer Chiefs, a winning feeling. Be it a friendly now or even in the league, it's been difficult. So I think it's a step to the right direction towards the season, but obviously a long way to go. It's not like something suddenly good has just happened. Just that positive thing. If they can carry it on, starting to maybe getting things right, of which I can't say they're playing against 15-year-olds. I mean, there was a 15-year-old there. Then
Yeah,
it's-
just
There was only one
yeah.
15-year-old.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
they were
was.
playing an under 15
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying we can't really go to town. But the fact is, it's good that they won because they've been losing also.
Yeah.
But now you win one game. I mean, I think the coach might also be motivated to get things. Maybe might stick to what he got it right, and then get a winning team.
I think the biggest test is going to be FC20. I think that's probably the biggest club they're going to play on the tour.
Yeah, Pexuela wasn't really, sorry to cut you there, Mark. Pexuela wasn't really, not a, I wouldn't say it's a bad test. A lot of South African players went past Pexuela. There's a youngster by the name of Tuto. He's now at PSV. He played there, and they're familiar with recruiting 15, 16-year-olds and putting them in the first team.
So it's standard practice.
It's a standard practice. It's not something that they did yesterday because the opponent is weaker.
They
or
weren't
whatever.
disrespecting
They weren't
Chiefs.
disrespecting. They do that.
Well, Chiefs, obviously, coming back from this preseason tour, what are the positives they can take out of it, Morgan? When you look, obviously, some indifferent results early on, managed to get some better results, and then coming back, would you say the preseason tour is a success and going into the new season?
Yeah, it should be a success because you go out to lift the body up, break down, learn new habits, introduce new players, new culture. They go to a place where it's no longer just Kaizer Chiefs. Some of the people in Holland didn't even know about Kaizer Chiefs, you know. So they go into a space where they need to focus on the game and not focus on the attention that they get. So it's a nice scene setter for them. They need to take the learnings from there, how they adapted, how the coach adapted to the new players that are coming in, and use that as a benchmark for them coming into the season, and keep one another honest and say, guys, this is what we prepared for. And the situation that we are in, we want to bring back the glory days.
Yeah.
And these are the things that we stuck to in the preseason. Can we maintain and can we go on to do what we had looked for the season that we want to do?
Nadim?
No, there's nothing positive because the players that are new, they've not impressed. They've been having problems with like goal scoring chances. We're yet to see them improving in terms of that part. I mean, they've got a guy from Indonesia. We're yet to see if looks like one of the worst signing. I mean,
but it's only preseason.
But he's not from Indonesia. He played in Indonesia.
Yeah, I was playing his football in Indonesia. It's from Guinea-Bissau, right? Yeah, it's from a striker from Piki Flavio. I'm not sure if there are positives besides going abroad in Europe, being there. Obvious, I don't see how it improves them. For me, I'm more worried about the playing personnel because that's where it's gonna matters.
Yeah.
The whole thing, it doesn't really help much.
But what you saw on the field, like just the way they played, there's no positives for you.
No, nothing. I saw weakness.
You saw weakness.
I saw weakness from the coaching in terms of, obviously, friendly matches, you're going to give everyone a chance. But there's nothing that I can see, wow, expected this from Kaizer Chiefs. So I feel like it's been so hard. There's nothing that tells you because I know Kaizer Chiefs, they're taking it serious because they want to be a better team this season than last season. But there's nothing that I feel, one, recruitment side from the management, where I feel these players are going to improve them. From the players that are already there, obviously, everyone has been saying Monyan, but it's not like they needed a right back. It's not like Kaizer Chiefs' problem where with a right back. Monyan is already coming, where they were not weaker. So overall, I just feel there's nothing much that gives me confidence that we'll see a match.
They've turned the corner.
I see the same problems continuing.
But you can't say that because they win a game against Pexuela, and that's a positive.
No, I'm talking about me. He asked me a question, what did I see? I say nothing. I see weakness because, I mean, we can't forget that in one of the games they lost 4-0, right? We can't forget that they've lost the other 3 matches.
Yeah.
We can't now wear a match against Pexuela where it was also their second team. It's a fact because I checked even the goalkeeper, most of the players are not even their starters. So we can't now ignore that and lie to Kaizer Chiefs fans and say, Amakosa buyile akabuyanga. We can't say Chiefs will restore the glory days by being Pexuela. There's nothing that I saw. Up until I know maybe they're still going to get a proper attacking midfielder and a good striker. If they do that and they integrated get integrated well to the team, then I'll speak positive and say maybe. But there are no positive signs for me so far from Kaizer Chiefs. Rightfully so, they're number 9. They might come back and become number 9 even next season.
From what you've seen?
From what I've seen, nothing that gives me... I even thought about it. Is it... it doesn't look like... It looks like weakness, because even if you look, Yusuf Matias left. We don't know also who's going to leave, if they're going to be... They just look like weak Kaizer Chiefs.
You don't agree, like
I definitely don't agree. You can't.
There's hope.
It's preseason. Yeah, there's hope. There's so many small measures that they did.
Where did they improve?
They've improved the way they're playing, the way they built up, even to close to when they tried scoring the goals. I mean, that's improvement, and they're working on it in preseason. And this is where you carve away.
Did they improve offensively because they needed a striker last season? They had problems there. That's why they let go of Ranga.
Listen, they scored a goal and they didn't concede a goal. So that means offensively, there's an improvement. Defensively, they didn't concede a goal. So you have to build on that situation that you were not so good in the past 2 games, and now there's a positive sign. Our defense is better. The confidence is going to grow. The learnings are going to give them a step in the right direction, and it's just motivating for player personnel.
We have to say, Morgan, when we look at the stats and we look at just what's happened, they've played 4 games.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll see with 20, but 7 goals conceded and 2 scored.
Mark, I
bad habits die hard. They are continuing to just struggle to win.
Yes, bad habits die hard, but you'd rather learn in preseason.
Yeah.
And then
make the mistakes in preseason.
Then letting it, playing 0-0 games. And when you get to the league where it really matters the most, and then you fumble. Rather now learn, okay, this is our shortfalls. This is what we do good. This is how we, as a group, we can get better. And for me, it's preseason. You just need to go through the learnings.
Yeah, I think for me, I can attest to that. Like we had, when I was at Swallows, under Ian Garoa, we had a great preseason, and we went to Germany. We beat Wolfsburg, we beat Hearts of Scotland, and we thought we're coming to win the league, and no, it wasn't the case. So
you ended up winning the Hearts.
Yeah, no, we didn't exactly. So preseason is not really, it doesn't define your season. And I mean, I looked at the game yesterday.
But it does give you to have a look of the players.
No, for sure.
It does.
For sure.
It has already given us enough a look at Flavio. Their striker was based in like Indonesia.
Yeah. They signed
which is not a football country by all means and standard. Which is also a sign of weakness to sign a player from there. But from the guy, I mean, we need to judge him on from what he has shown us. Yeah. It doesn't look like it's going to help Chiefs. He's not going to be a top goal scorer in the league. Doesn't even look like he's next to the best.
What about the young man from Port Vale? Is it Ethan Cheslett? I think Cheslett, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I was watching yesterday again, and the funny thing is, you remember Mark McVeigh?
Yeah.
Yes, he looks very much.
Just even the way he runs, he literally reminds me of Mark McVeigh. Your thoughts on what he's shown thus far, Mogi?
Look, technically you can see he's played in a better league, and he can add some value, but he still needs to gel, and the pace of the game that we play in South Africa is a bit different. We play quick, but they're more technical where he comes from. So he still needs to balance into those situations. But he looks like he could come in and offer something. Yeah, he looks like a bit of a, I don't know, remember the Sundowns player that, what's his name again? He went to Wits. Weren't you with him at Wits? Left-footed, Patterson.
Oh, Matthew Patterson.
It also took Matthew Patterson a chunk of time to get into it. But when he got the hang of it, he really looked like a top-class player. So
he's saying this guy looks like him?
No, he'll need time. He needs time.
I think it's just way below Matthew Patterson's quality.
We don't know yet. Let's give him an opportunity.
I'm saying I think. I think Chiefs have, in this transfer when they've been fooled by agents, honestly speaking. The agents who really gives players the Chiefs, maybe Nhlanhla Mkhwana as the commissioner of police in KZN needs to investigate this agent, because the way they fool Chiefs in terms of signing players, it's becoming embarrassing now. I mean, that guy is not a solution to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know what we need to see. Yes, he's a promising player, but Chiefs need instant starters, solution based, like
someone who's going to make an immediate
just
impact.
like when Jaden Adams joined Sundowns, he just lifted up the team, assist goals, that kind of characters. But like, we're saying it's the biggest team in South Africa. We're saying it's the most supported team. Are we right? Yes, they are the most supported team. So the fans need that kind of, they don't need stories promising where we see light. We're now comparing players with players like Peterson. They need just a guy who's gonna, when he comes in, change the teams, improve them instantly. That's the kind of characters they need. And I don't think it's one of them. So
I want to ask you this. So someone like a Sereno now is going to go into his second season, basically. So him come off the bench. What kind of role do you think he's going to play in this team?
I don't know, because his attitude was not right in the first season. There was a time where there were stories about him that he doesn't want to feature. He feels like they overload his weight, which is true, because even Kama Brilliant told one of my guys that he left Chiefs because of the pressure was too much. He left because of that. A lot was the demand from him in terms of performance. Yes, was too much. Even him, he also felt the same thing. Yes, he joined Chiefs because the offer they came with was very good financially, because remember, he didn't have a team. So Chiefs gave him a very good money. But the pressure immediately started. It was so too much. Then it was stories. I mean, even people talk. I mean, there was a time where Chiefs played Super Sport at FNB. I think they lost 4-2 or 4-1. And then it got some people a red card. They say it was done deliberately because the following game was against Sundowns. So those kind of things about him I don't like.
The stories.
Yeah, those kind of attitude. The fact that there was a time where he was not playing and was not injured. There were things that he just feel like Kama Pilete rightfully so admitted. We've got it on video where he said he left Chiefs because the pressure was too much on him. It's not even a rumor. We've got it. You can even post it. So I feel the Chiefs have been really tricked so much by agents. All the players that they've signed are not an instant solution to Kaizer Chiefs.
But that's why when I ask, that's why I ask about the Sereno, because you can't now say you can't bring in agents and all that kind of thing. Sereno is tried and tested at this level.
No, but his attitude was not right.
Again, yeah,
his attitude was not. It was not right. So Chiefs don't need people who come. Chiefs need solution in terms of winning. All the guys there at Kaizer Chiefs who are running the team, trying to buy players, they want to improve the team to be a top 8. Now we're talking about top 8 is going to start and finish. Chiefs will not be their second successive season. The teams it should be there. For all honest, we can't say Richards.
No team has
we're talking
right
about
to
someone like a Sereno Morgan going into his second season at Kaizer Chiefs. With his experience in the league and what we've seen from him, surely he's one of the players you spoke about that have to step up.
He's going to definitely gear up. I think it comes a point in a player's life where you gear up and you are more comfortable in your role. You understand your role in the team, and he needs to take that role. Be a senior player or be a captain of the team that's playing his heart out, showing what needs to be done, and leading by the good examples. That yes, forget the small things that he's from South America. We need to understand the culture there is. They're very robust. They do things off the cuff. But when you put them on the field, they are something else. And that's the role that he needs to play. We need to also find the measures where we put him in place to say, just give us the work. That's it. Yeah. And just help us become the team that we want to become. Bring back the glory days.
So you take the good with the bad with a player like Sereno, because you know what he can offer on the field.
Most definitely, Mark. You need to have those type of players where you have to just sacrifice and say, okay, the good and the bad mixed together makes us a better team, because the likes of Sereno is on song. When he's on the ball, I think a lot of things can happen, but he needs to be supported. Vis-a-vis also needs to be given the room to grow, and given the role to say, I'll carry the team.
No, the role was given. I don't know what you're talking about. He was given the role, he was signed, he was given a chance to come back. He wanted to stay in South Africa, he stayed. But the character, for me, there was a time where there were stories which are true. There was not absconding training, because he said the demand was high. The same reason Kama Brilliant left Chiefs. I don't doubt his talent. We know what he did at Sundowns. One of the most skillful players. He's a quality player. But you can't question those kind of things. But immediately a player, now you feel that he's sulking because of the pressure. It's too much. He feels like he didn't know that so much was going to be demanded from him. So he's not a character of a Kaizer Chiefs solution. Where you choose big games, you avoid them, you run away, you get yellow cards. I don't like it from him. I know his quality. I'm not disputing it. He didn't suddenly lose it after joining Kaizer Chiefs. But Chiefs needs players who will stand up and rise.
So you tell me there was no signs of him having that at the previous team? There were signs.
No, the thing that Sundowns were not relying on him. Either is there or
So
not there.
now they're relying on him, and now he's, I wouldn't say the
At
pressure's
Sundowns
getting
was
to him.
one of the many stars. There was Mshishi. There was so many guys were there. Mkwena. So the workload was not a Chiefs.
The pressure was not the
Yes,
same.
at Chiefs it felt like everything was. Even Kikentol, I think he hinted some of the things that you're a star player. He was one of the highest paid players at Chiefs. But the pressure, now it becomes at you. So you get faulted for almost everything if the team doesn't do well. So the pressure is there is not something, and it's something that he failed to cope with, because there was a time where he absconded training where he felt there was too demands. So this thing I heard it from one of his people who know the story very well, who was at Kaizer Chiefs. So I just feel with that light, I don't think it's going to assist Chiefs unless he changes character. For him, it's just a top player. Just need to change his character and fight for Kaizer Chiefs. Then Chiefs
And fight for the badge.
and fight for the badge. Then improves, because the quality you can't say is.
You've played for the badge, Morgan. That's the minimum expectation. Fight for the badge. The name on the front before the name on the back.
Look, I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. I think with me, it was totally different. I did it because I knew that this is a way of life for me. This is a getaway, and you know very well where I come from.
Yeah.
And I put my goals ahead of a lot of things, and my goals initially put me in a place to don the jersey and make a small difference in the team. So for me, put everything aside, put football. The team's given you opportunity to change your lives, and that's it.
One more signing that obviously wasn't able to travel with the team. I think a late signing, whatever the case may be. But Spesihle Ndlovu, what does he bring to the team? And does he improve the team? I think that's the Nadim. That's always what you look at. Does he improve the team? So let me start with you.
He played a team that was almost relegated. It's a miracle that SuperSport was not relegated. So you played at Pirates. I mean, from Maritzburg, he went to Pirates. Again, was in and out of the team. Then went on loan to SuperSport. Then the deal was made permanent. We know his quality. One of the decent PSL players. But you can't really say now Spesihle Ndlovu will take Chiefs. He's a good squad player to have.
We're not saying he's going to take them to the promised land, but does he improve the squad?
I think it does, because of his experience, and he did well. But some of the players, there's something Mkonza used to tell me. Some of the players performed well in other teams, but when it go to Chiefs, they fail to cope with the standard, because it's a big team. So the pressure, we don't know. If he can perform the way he was performing at SuperSport, we can say Chiefs have got it themselves a good player. But if he plays the way he was playing at Pirates, it doesn't really improve much, because he was not offering a significant role. That's why it was easy for Pirates to loan him to SuperSport United. It's not like they lost a key player, but if you're a key player, they can't loan you, especially if you are playing and helping the team. So it depends. If you adjust, because there are lots of players who join big teams, then they don't cope with the standard.
But you can say he's got, look at it, the time he's gone to SuperSport, he's got some good minutes under his belt now. He's a lot more experienced. So different player to what he was at Pirates, I would say.
And it's the same SuperSport that is not the same SuperSport. It's the same SuperSport that was now really struggling. Not the same SuperSport that used to win cups or win the leagues. So he was playing a SuperSport that was also down there under Hans Gavin.
I differ to what you're saying, because I'll take it back where I played at the Jomo Cosmos that was literally in relegation for 8 years. I got an opportunity to go to SuperSport, and boom, everything fell into place. So for him, he needs to look at a situation where he was in a big team. He left and he went to a team that gave him an opportunity.
Was loaned.
Yeah, okay.
You were not loaned, remember?
No.
He joined a big team where he was supposed to be a star.
Then he became permanent.
And then guys like Makaula to the
still,
same team. Old guys like Makaula were kept. They were signed and they did better than him. For me, I just feel...
about the age.
No. I just feel like guys like Makaula excelled where he failed, which is a fact. And I don't know if he's going to now, after failing at Pirates, then the Chiefs is going to rise. Because we saw Bongan same Sembulu Bongansemu, who also played at Pirates, then Chiefs signed him. He never even played a single minute.
How many games did he play at Pirates?
Who?
Sam.
He played pretty much. During COVID was playing.
No. I don't think he played as many games
Significant. He didn't play a
yeah.
significant amount of games.
Then he moved to Chiefs and then he didn't play at all.
No, it's Swallows was playing. He went to Swallows.
You can't compare Chiefs, Swallows, and Pirates. You can't. They're not on the same levels. They're in exactly as you said. The pressure. We can't compare.
So wait, but Morgan, just at the end of it all, you feel he adds value,
Definitely.
especially
If you look
with
at
the
Ikram
exit of
Reyners,
Mart now
yeah. Look at Ikram Reyners. He went from Stellenbosch
to Super.
Supersport, back to Stellenbosch, and then up to Sundowns. So that's a situation where you find yourself in, yes, I didn't do as well as I wanted. At the same hand, he played most of the games that Supersport were in the relegation battle, which makes you a stronger player. You can endure more. You know what you can offer for the team. Mart's move away. That's a no-brainer. You have Taylor, you have Ndlovu coming in. So he's got a great opportunity to actually surpass most of them. And obviously the coach needs to just integrate him properly and then pair him up with the best possible player next to him.
So find the combination.
Yeah.
I guess time will tell, Nadim.
Yeah, time will tell, definitely. He can become a decent signing. He can become just one of those signings where you feel at the end of the day, they never improve the team. We'll see.
Time will tell. We'll leave that as is. Kaizer Chiefs obviously have a lot to still show for their fans. They need to really up the ante from what they've shown in past seasons. Let's move on to Pirates now. You know, a lot of people are saying Pirates have owned this transfer window, Nadim. I feel like you don't necessarily agree.
No, I don't even think it's true, let alone being accurate. Because if you look at the signings, signing many players doesn't mean you own anything. It just means you've been busy in the transfer market. I mean, there was a time where Free State Stars used to sign 17 players in one new transfer window. Does it mean they own the transfer window? No. It just means you're building a team, then, which is a problem again, because it takes time to integrate the players into the team. I feel Pirates, they have not signed a solution. They needed a proper striker. They don't have a proper striker who scores at least minimum of like 10 league goals.
We have this debate all the time.
No.
Mavasa scored
No.
a number.
No, he didn't score. This is like past season, he didn't score more than 10 league
But
goals.
he's capable of.
The thing with Mabasa, I've been saying it looks like I hate him or something. He doesn't score against top teams that defend properly. But to give him a team, like, that's where he shines a lot. If you look at Mabasa's goal, most of them are from the Nedbank Cup against lower division
How do you
teams.
win? How do you
The
win
thing
the
is,
league?
I don't
Beat
have a
all the
problem.
small
I don't have a
No,
problem
you don't
with
win
that.
goals with Nedbank Cup goals.
But okay, beat
Yeah.
all your.
Remember the goals he scored. When was it Pirates? He scored 7 goals at Swallows. Most of the goals were from Swallows. It's fine. I think Mabasa.
So you're saying he's like Erling Haaland?
Not really. Erling Haaland.
Because that's what people say about Haaland. Haaland doesn't show up, but he hammers the others.
No, but
So I would rather have a Erling Haaland than not having. So
no, Mabasa is not even a started Pirate. Let us be honest. In a proper Pirates team, when they're going, you don't see Mabasa in the lineup. You see Mahopa. It is not. It doesn't start.
Do you know that Mabasa's like he could soon become the all-time leading scorer in the PSL for Orlando
Because
Pirates?
the guy who scored more goals was Benedict Villagas, was a midfielder. So most of the Pirates don't stay long. Like Sibusiso Zuma scored 20 goals in one season. He went to Europe. Those kind of players, Pirates will release you if like you're that good. So there are many.
The fact remains.
Yeah, there are many dynamics. If Zuma stayed at Pirates, he didn't go to Copenhagen where he was on at the stage. He was going to score more than 100 goals for Pirates. So it's been like that. Even Noventa, when he came to Pirates, he went back to Europe. If he stayed at Pirates from that time where he joined Pirates, was going to... There are a lot of factors involved.
No, I get
Yeah,
that.
but the fact is... I think they need a striker like who's capable of improving them. They don't, because you need goals. Sundowns have shown us. Sundowns keep on showing us, opening our eyes. You need goals. They've got Shaulile, who can score 10 plus goals. They've got Renas, who can score 12 plus goals. They've got now Ribeiro, who can score more. You still have guys like Allende, who can contribute for Kwena. All the side, Mayema, that you need goals to just...
So Mbutuma for you is not that guy.
No, it's not. It's not like he was even a top goal
Prolific
scorer when he was
scorer,
playing. It's not like Kanye Somayo, where it was a Cape Town City, was a top goal scorer in the league. He was averaging 10 goals a season. He's not. For me, I think also they missed the point in terms of improving the team from where they are, because they're a team that lost in the semi-finals of the Champions League, top 4 team in Africa. So you can see it was a decent team, and also in the league, it was like number 2 to Sundowns, lost in the final in the Nedbank Cup, won the MTN 8, obviously in the Carling Cup, lost to Magesi. This is a team that dominated last season in the league. If you, besides Sundowns, you can say they were the second best team. So they needed like 2-3 players. Just like that kind of thinking, Sundowns, you bring Jaden Adams, you improve the team. For me, I don't see a signing that they've signed.
Morgan.
One signing that improves Pirates.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this.
No.
I look at
They signed Master Chef, top class player. He's definitely going to improve it.
There's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of question marks.
Leave the question marks off the field. We're talking on the field. What does he give
And
you
he's
on the
already
field?
shown.
He's already shown you that he's a top class player. And him being a top class player, I can guarantee you that players that are going to succeed and they're going to go to the next level, the Apollos, because he's going to produce the type of passes that's literally, when you go to a hotel and the chef gives you your food, that's what he's going to give you.
And
I think there's still a question mark. He's yet to really own the season. Even now we're talking about the Keletso Mahalo as one of the players from Sekhukhune was the best player. I ask you guys, was he a best player at Sekhukhune? Say yes. Why didn't say it was Sipombule the best player? So for me, I think Sipombule, the talent, the promise is there. He still need to show us in the league where he become the best player. I don't remember where, since he started professional football, where someone says Sipombule was robbed the player of the season. Or he should have been.
Agreed.
I'm yet to see that kind of performance. I can't judge them based on promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the best place for him to do that now, I think he's at the best place for his ability to really shine through. And again, I'm probably the biggest Sipombule fan out there. I'm hoping that he delivers on his promise. But then you have Osman Apollos. He's a Bafana player, so you can't say they haven't improved. And he can get goals as well. We know maybe last season.
But it's not like
last season he had his issues. I think he wanted a move last season already. So wasn't the happiest of players last season. Maybe that contributed to him not really shining the way he did prior to that. And just in general, I think Pirates have done great business in terms of squad depth, because I think that was Ben Pirates' issue. When there's been key players that are not available, they didn't have like-for-like replacements. I think they've done that now. Where
I think teams can learn
squad depth. I think they've got squad depth.
I think teams can learn a lot from Sundowns. Sundowns, when they sign a player, they send a statement. Like you signed Reyners, who was the best player in Stellenbosch, who helped Stellenbosch win the Carling Cup. From there, you decide, no. Who's the second best player Stellenbosch? It's Jaden Adams. He's still there. You go and fetch him. If Pirates sign your Thabo Molo, you sign it defensively. And then they go and sign players like Titus, who actually score goals. Not like, we don't talk about promise. He delivers. He scores like average more than 9 goals a season. Those kind of players, for me, they improve the team. So are you saying
you take Titus ahead of Apollos?
Of course. He scores goals.
Who's in Bafana? Why is Titus not a regular?
No, you remember Bafana squad is not selected on merit. It's selected based on players that Hugo Bruce believe on, because they've got players like Moby. Are you going to say Moby is the best player in that position? So Bafana squad.
So Apollos was not selected on merit, and the performances he put up in Bafana were not.
Generally, Bafana squad is not selected on merit. It's selected based on who Hugo Bruce wants. Because we've seen players like Zakele Lipasa was not even playing at Pirates at all. Monari was not playing at Pirates, but he went to AFCON playing for Bafana. So can you say that is on merit when Monari and Lipasa were part of Bafana when they were not even part of their playing personnel at Pirates at all? So for me, Bafana, I don't say if you play for Bafana, a good player. I say, okay, the Hugo Bruce watches you. That's it. I don't think it's selected on merit. I've never believed that.
Guys, we're going to leave it at that. I think time will tell, Chiefs and Pirates, whether the windows have been good, the windows have been bad. The season is upon us, and we'll see exactly what's happening. What are your thoughts? Who owned the transfer window? Have Chiefs done good business? Have you been impressed by their preseason form? Orlando Pirates, what do you think of their signings and obviously their preseason form? They've both been out in Europe, in Spain and the Netherlands, respectively. We'll see exactly how they perform when the league resumes, but make sure to engage us. We are on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and let us know what your thoughts are. These are the thoughts of the gentleman. These are our thoughts. We'd love to hear yours. Stay tuned. Switch On Network will continue to bring you uplifting content.